meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, Quantum Field X39 team. Welcome to our daily patching podcast. My name is Peter No, Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave. I have my beautiful co-host, Mrs. Suzanne McGee, who is our Executive Director here. And not only is she our Executive Director, but she is the wellness goddess of Huntington Beach with her wellness center. How are you doing this evening, Suzanne?
Oh, so good. So we have so many blessings, right? And the more you appreciate it, the more you have.
I know, isn't it so beautiful every day just to be sharing the light to the world and just being fulfilled, just sharing health and wealth every day as we do here through this community?
So good. Lots to be thankful for.
So we have a lot to be thankful for, and tonight is actually a very special night. We have a new testimonial coming on, but we also have a local favorite of ours that's going to come back and share his update, and you're gonna love who this guy is. I call him my brother from another mother. So if anybody, if so, what you're going to be hearing is for the guests who are here for the very first time tonight. You must be here because someone that loves you invited you, must really care about your health, and they just want to share some technology that they had a beautiful experience with and just want to share with you, as we do this just every single night. So for the next 30 minutes, we are going to share some beautiful testimonials of our users. Then Suzanne will be coming back and sharing how this awesome technology works. And then I'll come back and share who's behind the technology and how to get your hands on it. So without further ado, Suzanne, I'm going to pass it back on to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to invite, and Kaden, I saw you before. Let's have you come in and unmute. Go ahead.
Hi, Suzanne.
Okay, there you are. All right. Well, this is a very special guest, and I want to do something a little bit different tonight because many of you ask, how do I tell someone? How do I introduce it? Isn't it unusual if it's family? Am I apprehensive? Well, how would you like to start telling your grandson's new significant girlfriend? And are you a little bit nervous doing that? And I think that's what happened. So I'm going to introduce this beautiful blonde. This is Kaden Milius. And Kaden, I'm going to ask you to tell them how you were introduced, what attracted you to the X39, and then your benefits.
Yes, I'd love to. So I was introduced to X39 when I actually came to my boyfriend because I trusted him I had acne problems, and I was having a really hard time with accepting my acne, and also I was having a lot of pain, and I just was kind of done. And at the time I was meeting with a dermatologist, and my dermatologist wanted me to go on Accutane. But luckily, my boyfriend, Suzanne's grandson, actually knew a lot about that specific prescription, and he didn't want me going on it, and he told me why. And after I learned what that drug actually does to your body and how it can affect you, I was like, yeah, right. Like, I definitely don't want this in my body. And then he talked to his grandma, the great Suzanne, and she told me about Life X39, yes, and about this new product, and I've been using it ever since, and it's been a lifesaver. It has completely changed the way I look at myself and my face, and it was just a huge lifesaver because I didn't want to be on serious drugs like that. I really didn't want those kinds of problems or added like,
I was really surprised.
They're just
really cute on, even though it doesn't really look that.
They're just like, they're the side effects. I didn't want the side effects in my life because I already had so much going on and I couldn't handle that. So I started using the patches as soon as I could.
All right, we have some pictures that we're going to share as soon as she's finished. So when you first started using it, the very topic that you came and said, I don't have the pain. I had not thought of acne being so painful. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So it was very painful for me. So I have a specific kind of acne, and it's hormonal acne. It's not bacterial, and it's specifically through just blood and just my family line and just my body and how it reacts. And so I have tried different soaps. I've tried different topical creams, and nothing was working. And it was really frustrating. It's because it was deep. It's in my hormonal levels. And so because of that, the acne that does come, really bad breakouts will happen. And I will have, instead of just like one, normal pimple that most people get, I'll have a breakout of 10, 15, and I get really bad scarring. And it becomes really painful because these are active wounds on my face. And as a teenage girl, I mean, I was wearing makeup every day. And as a teenage girl, you're very concerned about how you look and what you're wearing. And so I was dealing with all of that while trying to maintain the inflammation and maintain the scarring and the cuts and everything that was on my face. And so that's why when I started using the patches, it helped with the inflammation, and I was able to no longer have any breakouts. And that allowed me, like I would say within a week, I had no more pain. And that was amazing. Still had like bumps, and I still had like a dirt, like my face was still breaking out occasionally because it was just, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. Nothing works overnight, but it has made a significant impact on how I just feel. Like I can smile and it doesn't hurt. And I can laugh and have fun, and I'm not thinking about it anymore. And that's really what has made the biggest change.
Wow. I hope that you can feel some of her differences and what she is feeling emotionally as well as physical. And as she told me these, and she told me the conditions, and it seemed to be getting a little bit worse. I don't know about you, but I was like, okay, all right, come on, X39, I know you can do it. I was feeling a little bit hesitant to tell her the miracle and the wonderful results that we've had. And I'm like, okay, we're just going to try it. And you better believe that I prayed. Here we're trying this, and we're praying to have it done. And it has, and you can see how beautiful that she is. Now, she had a couple of extra benefits. What did you do when you showed me your arm the other day?
Yes. So growing up, I also had a lot of just like bumps, like rough bumps on my arms. That always just was a problem. I didn't ever have a problem with it. Like I was totally fine. But once I started using the patches, I've noticed that my skin has become super smooth. It's like a baby's bum. Like I'm not even kidding you. I'm a babysitter, and I know what that feels like. And it's really smooth. And I no longer have any bumps, no more breakouts on my arms or in my back, including. And it was just, I wasn't expecting that. So it was a really nice, added benefit to taking these patches. And it's just something that I've tried different soaps, and I've tried different sensitive skin lotions and stuff, and nothing compares to this.
Isn't that exciting? I hope you're all listening, and you'll be able to use this testimonial to share with others, because that was exciting to me to know that you're going to have benefit not only on your face, but on your skin, your upper arms. And then you went to visit a family during the holidays. And what happened to everybody else except for you and the other person taking X39?
So me and the other person that was taking the X39, so we all got sick. We all got really, really severely sick. I feel like a lot of people are getting sick these past few weeks, and the whole family did. There was 5 of us. And me and the one who was taking the patches were only sick for about 24 hours. And then after the 24 hours were up, we felt completely fine. We were able to take care of everyone else, and we were back on our feet. And I don't doubt it for a second that it is because of the patches and what it is doing to help our stem cells.
Wow, isn't that great? You had benefits, and now you can share that with others. Kaden had a family event tonight, and she was willing to break away from the family event and come on our call, and we appreciate it. We love you. You are beautiful, and we're so happy to see those results. And Peter, I think we have just a moment that I can share the picture. Is that correct? How are we doing?
Sure.
Okay, all right. One moment.
We're going to extend a little bit today.
Okay, let me share the screen. Mm. And then she just sent these to me. So we are looking, there we go. And Kaden, we forgot to ask, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Wow.
Yep, just turned 21 and you're going to school, is that correct?
Yes, I'm going to school and I'm also working part-time as a nanny and I work part-time for an endodontist.
So busy girl.
Very, very busy.
And very busy. And I was like, this was day 9.
Yes, this was day 9 of me using the patches. And as you can tell, I still had a lot of inflammation, still a lot of fresh scarring, nothing too long term, but the inflammation of it really, really helped. And then
Wow.
here was of earlier this week. So I had a bad breakout because I was traveling. But even since today, I mean, if you're looking at my face now, you can tell that inflammation has definitely like subsided. And it's been a lot better. And there's not the scarring on my, if you're looking at it, that would be my left side, has definitely decreased. And then if you want to keep scrolling down, Suzanne, I have a photo of day 1. Notice my messy bun. I was very distressed at the moment and it was just difficult kind of to handle life right then and there. But as you can tell, I had it really badly on both sides of my face because it really is below my chin. That's where my problems occur, is below my chin.
And I noticed how yellow these were. So they really did look like they were infected. And we were trying to decide, is this hormonal infection? What's happening here? We knew that we'd have to attack both. And that is what's so exciting. The X39 did. It addressed those issues for you. So we'll be sure to put these in with the recording today. And I'll make sure I get those to you, Kathy, right away. But what a difference. Well, Kaden, you're sweet. I love you. And thank you for taking some time to break away from your family function to come on and share that with us, because there are many of us on the call tonight that would like to have something that we can give to our friends and our family. And we're even noticing that women that are in their 30s are having issues. So we appreciate this. They'll be able to tell your testimony. Thanks again. Have a nice evening. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Peter, wasn't that a great testimony? And now we're going
Wow, I just love hearing, I just love hearing when just young ones are experiencing, because even when they're young, they're still regenerating stem cells so much more than as we get older, but everybody still has issues. So the X39 just addresses everything. So thank you, Kaden. We're gonna come back with you in the next couple of months. And how long has she been on the patches again?
6.
I've been on, go ahead, Suzanne.
Is it 6 weeks? Is that correct?
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Wow. Okay, thank you, Kaden. All the dermatologists, all the beauty skin people here, please send this to your dermatologist, okay?
That's right. It was really great. And then we should ask her what she got for Christmas. What was your best Christmas gift that you got this year?
Oh, it was by far a month's worth of the X39 from my boyfriend himself.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you. Okay, Peter.
Hey. Well, thank you, Kaden. And let's get on to our next testimonials. If you've been with us for over a year ago, you must have heard his story. You must got to know him. His name is Jackson Williams. If you don't know Jackson Williams, just think of the Las Vegas show, Magic Mike show. I've got to know Jackson very closely. He's like my brother from another mother. We work very closely together, but since the lockdown, him and Patrick just built a strong foundation. But ever since the lockdown lifted, they went back to dancing, but that does not stop them from sharing. So I would love for all the new people here, if you've never heard of Jackson's story, you will be blown away by what stem cell does in injections, but what X39 does to back that up. So Jackson, are you here with us tonight?
Hello, mate. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, mate. Good to see you, mate. How you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to see you too, mate. Okay, so should I just fire away? Should I just...
You
Okay.
know, everybody's just good to see you. They're all welcoming you. I think they're going to show you some love. And tonight we have almost 200 people on this call on the Monday night just waiting. So they all knew you came and I didn't tell anyone yet. So can you share with everyone, how did you start? What happened? And where are you today?
Okay, so my name is Jackson. I'm currently in the show Magic Mike Live. And believe it or not, I would not be still in the show Magic Mike Live if it wasn't because of the X39. And how I can say that is, let me start from the very beginning. So I was in this country a couple of years and then I had a car crash. And I got hit from a truck from behind at 150 mile an hour downhill. So basically it shook my body. The car I was in, the Range Rover, was a complete wreck. I was very lucky to be standing and, you know, alive. Cut a few months later, all the insurance stuff was going ahead, blah, blah, blah. And I met this doctor and he was like, have you ever thought about injecting stem cells? And I was like, no, it's too expensive. So 6 months down the line, I end up meeting the lady that promotes a company called R3. She now is one of the CEOs for R3 Stem Cell, which is a leading stem cell company in this country. And she was like, how about we give you free stem cells? Because to believe it, I had herniated discs in my spine. I had a herniated disc in my neck, my knees, my MCL. I tore ligaments in my knees. So basically my knees were pretty much, you know, excuse my French, fucked. And I was in pain constantly. So I was lucky enough to get these injections. I had quite a few million first time round, and then I went in for the second. So did it help? A little bit, but the aching and the throbbing was constant. And every time I'd do 2 shows a day, I'd have to ice my knees. And it got to the point there where I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's like, there's only so much of being a man you can be without waking up in so much pain that it's not fun. Nothing became fun. The job I love is not fun. I then met Peter through one of my best friends, Patrick. And he told us about this sticker, shall we say. And I was like, what's that? And pretty much the story goes along, this helps you, you know, increase your own personal stem cells. That's how the conversation started. So cut a long story short, I went in, got some of these stickers, these plasters or band-aids, what you want to call them. And I didn't really know the science. And obviously that came later. And then I fell in love with the company. But by me wearing the patches, within, I want to say, a week, 2 weeks, the pain that I've been having for over a year had literally cut in 50%. And more and more, I started wearing these patches. I even doubled up some of these times. Within a couple of months, I had no pain at all, to the point where I went back for an MRI for my neck. And they were like, your neck's not that bad anymore. Do you still have stiff neck? And I was like, no, not really. It's really smooth. And then my knees, which were the worst. I've only, you know, when this all happened, I was what, 34, 35. So having really bad knee pain in your prime, it sucks. And so at that point, I was very grateful that I can now go back to work. I'm not icing my knees anymore. I'm doing more work than I've ever done before. I'm back in the gym, doing heavier lifting. I squat now, which I never squatted before. And that's all down to the X39 in a short way. It's a short story, but
Wow.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Jax, I want everyone just to imagine, okay, to get hit by a truck in the back, to almost die, to get $100,000 of injections everywhere in your body, and to be able to still feel pain. And imagine, I mean, Jackson's a strong man, okay? He's not like me, okay? So, but I'm like, how do you, and then you know, when we met, and I did not even know how much pain he was in. We literally just gave him the patches, but that was my time when I was starting, I was a year 2, And then I really knew the power of this X39, but Jackson just gave you a short version because there's a lot of things that gone through his body, right, Jackson? I mean, you can share a little bit more if you want through that.
Yeah. What else has helped as well is like my hair. So my hair was
wow, look
so
at
that's yeah. So my hair was really thinning, like started to get, you know, unfortunately it runs in my family. It's the DNA that we have. You know, the men in my, you know, my grandfather, a lot of them were bald, and they were bald by the age of 30. So by the time I hit 30, my head started thinning. But since been on the patches, it's like it's stopped, if that makes sense. And even in the show, like it's just I have a lot healthier hair, and even my skin has changed dramatically, especially within the first like 7 months. I would say like my skin completely changed. Like it was a lot tighter, should we say. Energy levels is increased. Even when you go hard in the gym, my job means I have to be on top of my health. And the way my body's developing now as an older man, like I'm coming up to 40, and it's like it's stopped getting older, without it sound cringy. It's like I feel youthful. I feel very youthful. That's what I mean to say. Yeah.
And you know, and when you started, I mean, you shared this with a lot of your entertainment friends, a lot of the Circus du Soleil, a lot of Olympians, and can you share some of the results? I mean, you have a lot of friends that are on it just benefiting.
Of course. We'll start with one of my good friends, Wayne. His brother, he's an amputee. He lost his leg. He's in the army, and he's basically had phantom pain for like years, a long time. I don't know the exact amount of time, but it's been years, where he would be sleeping and he'd be kicking, but there's nothing to kick because his leg's been, you know, it's been amputated. But his dreams and nightmares as well. But since he's been on the patches, he has no more phantom pain, which you can't write this stuff. And even the doctors were like flabbergasted on the information or what's going on with his body. That's just one example. The other one was my friend tore his bicep, and they were saying that you need to go and have it worked on, you know, surgery. He was on the patches for 3 weeks, went back, and he was like, I feel like my arm's getting better now. And they were like, okay, well, let's put you on a treatment plan, you know, like all this. But the patches stopped him from having surgery. Even he knows that. I've got so many people with migraines. Like we're helping with people with migraines, people with a friend of ours, Dylan, he's also part of the company now. His mum had eczema so bad on her legs that the only time she'd ever have relief was when she dips herself in the sea, believe it or not, because of the salty water. But she's been traveling around the world, had the best creams, the best dermatology, like everything. Her story is quite amazing as well. It's been like 20 years of this problem. So she came on, she had aloe vera and X39. And within a month, it cleared up. Now she wears skirts again because she only ever wore trousers, pants. Yeah, so many incredible stories. Like the doctors we have over in New York, they're absolutely doing insane. They've brought on board hundreds of doctors now, you know, and everyone's helping people one patch at a time. You know, don't knock it until you try it. That's all I can ever say.
And you know, when it comes from someone who's born in the UK, they don't deal with BS. So you got to trust that, okay? Jackson, I think it's been a pleasure for everyone to see you tonight. We all miss you here, and we're going to give everyone a surprise when you come back, okay, in a few months. We love you, and thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it. Good to see you guys.
You're welcome. All right, Suzanne, what an incredible testimonials tonight. I know we're going to go over a little bit, but can you share really quick, how does this technology work for all our brand new guests tonight?
I sure can. This is amazing technology. And what they have been talking about is something that looks like this, a small little patch, almost looks like a Band-Aid for those of you who are guests tonight. And you've seen it for those who have worn these, you go and you think, what could this do? But putting this on activates, by the heat of our own body, activates a peptide called GHK-Cu. Now, I've been in the health industry for 50 years and I'd never heard of it. I thought, what? And I looked at it, and sure enough, there we have Dr. Picard, who has spent his lifetime as a scientist discovering the benefits of that. And I know that you've seen that link, and we'll go ahead and put that link in there again, GHK copper peptide, and what it can do for you. And by putting that patch on, which is it was important to me because I would not do the stem cell route. I did not want to. This is organic. Organic ingredients are in here that activate with your own body and then activate this peptide. Well, how good can that be? That's amazing. It's just amazing. Now, we all know the benefits of going out into the sun and seeing the benefits that we receive with vitamin D. Well, this is similar. David was able to figure out how to do these amino acids and trigger and set pathways in motion in our body to then increase the stem cells. Where there's old, put the new on, and where there's a little, make them more. It's pretty amazing, really amazing. And with that then gives the benefits, which you have just seen from Kaden and from give me that, yeah. And Patrick.
Jackson.
Yeah, there we go. Patrick.
Jackson.
Patrick. Oh, Jackson.
Jackson.
I remember seeing him when he looked pale, one of the first times that he came on. And here we're talking about someone who has spent that much money getting stem cells, and it was a question whether they worked or not. That's an expensive investment. And it did not. And he was still in a lot of pain. I remember that night that he came on, and to see the difference in his hair was thin and fine, and he was balding. And now we look at him now. What a tremendous difference that we have seen in him. So by the age of 35, we've lost most of these activated stem cells that will replace and upregulate our own. And then by 60, 65, they're practically all gone. And I think we have a huge amount of people in the United States that are part of the part of the baby generation, the boomer generation, and they're looking to stay healthier. And we need to increase this for them. How natural, how good it is to be able to have that. So some people experience something immediately. I wanted to have thicker hair, which I now have. But at first I wanted to have that so badly, but it went straight to my face. And I noticed the difference in my face. And as our clients were coming in, they noticed it. Now there are others where it's gone to their liver, their areas that they have been depleted. There's various areas. The body's so smart, and it'll go where it's needed. And that's exactly what it did. So people who are on a 90-day plan, and we recommend that everyone at least go on a 90-day plan before they make their decision, because that's cellular regeneration. So sometimes you'll see it in the first week, the first month, but I had someone last week that 89 days, 89 days, and he hit it. He noticed the major difference in these areas. And he said, okay, you're right, I'm on. It has a patent that we've secured. How great is that we can have a patent that is lasting 20 years on something that no one else has? I don't think there's anything that can compare it. So we now want to say, what do we do next? And Peter's going to come back, and I'll leave the last few minutes for him to tell you how you get this, because who doesn't want to have it? Peter, can you come on and tell us how you would get this?
Thank you, Suzanne, and thank you for the simple explanation on how this X39 works and who's responsible for this. It is our own CEO, but he's also the creator of all these patches. His name is David Schmidt. He's been in the light technology, photobiomodulation world for the last few decades. And because of his discovery of what these non-invasive patches are doing by just activating certain peptides, he literally created LifeWave over 17 years ago. But out of the 17 years, 10 years ago, he knew that the future was about stem cells because of his research and what his findings were. And he invested millions and millions of dollars, 10 years of R&D. And 2 years ago, he launched the very first non-invasive stem cell activation patch. Not only did he launch it, but he also protected this patch with a 20-year patent. That means no one can copy this technology. And himself, we have over 100 patents on all our patches. So if you want to be in the forefront of a health technology company that has no competition, that nobody can touch, we are already distributing in 80 countries. Our company grew from literally 50 million to $300 million in 2 years of growth because of the X39. That just shows you that the baby boomers, the young generations like Kaden, everybody that has cells, which is everyone, even your cats, dogs, and horses, anything that breathes has cells, has stem cells. So who here does not want to at least try or know or hear about a technology that can, this is my favorite word, regenerate and repair you for less than a cup of coffee a day? So it is very exciting time to be alive for everyone tonight. If you just love or resonate with our testimonials, if you love and resonate with the technology, all we want you to do tonight is just talk to the person that invited you here tonight. Again, they must really care about you. They already tried this technology. They already had an experience, and they want you to experience the same thing. All you have to do is tell them two things. Number one, would you like to be a customer? We have a beautiful customer program where you can get this 1 month sleeve supply at wholesale cost at $99 a month. That is less than $3.50. Would you like to pay $3,500 or $10,000 for one injection? Or would you like to pay $3.50 for one patch that can do, right? Or would you like, and if you like that, or if you like what we all like, if you found a product that works, just become our partner. We have 5 wholesale packages. Simple as the more you buy, the more you save, and it's all product driven, okay? You get a beautiful website, you get our beautiful customer service. We do all the shipping for you. All you have to do is invite people on this call. If they love it, they buy a package, and we will reward you for your efforts, okay? And the most beautiful thing is you get this beautiful quantum field team here to support you every single day as we're just growing this community. And in the last 2.5 years, we have grown to over 30,000 members ourselves here. So this product and this system works. So talk to the person that invited you here tonight. I want to say thank you, Kaden, for sharing. We love hearing younger generations here because this touches everyone. So thank you, Jackson, for coming back. We always love seeing you, and we're going to follow up with both of you in the next 90 days. Thank you, Suzanne, for always hosting on this beautiful Monday night. And thank you to our awesome community here for always supporting. We had over 200 people here tonight on a Monday night. So
Peter, can I add something? Peter, can I
Sure.
add something? Jackson mentioned the issue with the skin and the issue of phantom pain. And I've never seen anything that can touch phantom pain. We want you to know that those videos are on X39biz.com.
Yes,
So
they are.
And please, you can go back and look there. Thank you.
It's also on our startx39.com.
Okay.
And we're gonna close with this. We have a special surprise this Saturday morning for January 15th. We have our very own David Schmidt in Florida. So please join us on this Zoom number this Saturday, where we're going to be streaming live David Schmidt for a few hours. So if you cannot make it live to Florida, invite your friends, invite your family, invite everyone to join us, and you can hear it from David Schmidt himself. So everyone, thank you. We love you. We're going to see you tomorrow with a beautiful Wendy and Kathleen and some more beautiful testimonials. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening tonight.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Very cool.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you,
Great call.
Great evening. 200. Wake
Bye,
up.
everyone.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter and Kathleen.
Bye,
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
So love.
Love you.